It's Ash from Super Videos back for another video for Season 8 of The Walking Dead. In this video we're going to be talking about Daryl Dixon and the possibility of his death in Season 8. So we're going to discuss whether Daryl's popularity will prevent AMC and the writers of The Walking Dead from possibly killing him in All Out War. So if you've watched my death prediction video, the main death prediction I had was that Daryl was most likely going to die in Season 8, or I better say that Season 8 is the best opportunity for them to have Daryl's death. And I think it's a perfect way to end his storyline, to be honest. I think if you kind of watch what's been building up for him, it seems like now it's the perfect opportunity to kill him off. So I think that's the main prediction most fans are making in terms of major death predictions for Season 8. At least that's what most of the other YouTubers who do Walking Dead videos have predicted so far as well. And I have to agree with most of them. I think that this is the best opportunity to have his story end. Now the main concern is whether his popularity will prevent that from happening. So obviously Daryl Dixon is the cash cow of Walking Dead. There's no secret to that. I think what Norman Reedus has done to Daryl Dixon's character, given that Daryl doesn't exist in the comics and it's a character that Norman Reedus had to build from scratch, basically, with the help of the writers, of course. But I think what he's done with the character and how far his character has developed and what Norman Reedus was able to do to make us fall in love with Daryl Dixon is just phenomenal. But that being said, I think if they're gonna do justice to what Norman Reedus as Daryl Dixon has been building and what the writers have been building and trying to accomplish, I think in order to do that, in order to kind of give it the justice that it needs and it deserves and the end that is necessary, that it deserves, the best thing to do would be to have Daryl Dixon die in an epic way, a death that is phenomenal, that is just gut-wrenching, that breaks our hearts and make us see how painful it is to lose one of our favorite characters again. I think the last time we lost our favorite characters was back in Season 7, right? The Glenn and Abe death. So, this death would be that times 100. Obviously, there's been a lot of crazy and very touching and emotional deaths so far, but what they can accomplish with Daryl's death, specifically in this time frame and during the war, will be something that fans will never forget. And it might actually be set in stone as one of the greatest moments in Walking Dead history. And if they're gonna do all of that, they have to give him a death during a time period or a storyline that is very big. And I think, at least as far as the comic material is concerned, the biggest thing that's ever happened in the Walking Dead's comic book is All Out War. And if they're gonna have Daryl die in an epic way, in a way that we will never forget, it has to be during a time that is very big as well. So I think All Out War would be the best opportunity for that. Will his popularity stop that from happening? And I gotta be honest, I think that that's one of the things that I'm most concerned about, because I think there's this great opportunity that will change things up and maybe push Walking Dead in terms of the TV show towards a new direction, but they might not take that opportunity because of them not wanting to risk losing the biggest character Walking Dead has ever had. Some even say that Daryl is more of a fan favorite than Rick is. I'm not saying I agree or don't agree. I kind of agree, but not necessarily to a point where I think Daryl's death will stop the show or make it lose its quality. But I do agree that he has a lot of fans and his death will definitely change things in terms of The Walking Dead show is concerned. But like I said, there's this risk of losing that character, losing a fan favorite like that. Obviously, like I said, Daryl is AMC's cash cow. They don't want to lose him. So if we're just looking at the writers, they might be able to take that risk and they might want to take that risk in order to move the storyline in a different direction and, maybe change things up a bit and perhaps do something very unpredictable because nobody's 100% sure that it's going to happen. There's that possibility that they're not going to do it because of what they're going to lose. So if you're just looking at the writers, they might want to take that risk. But if you're looking at AMC itself, I don't think that they're willing to take that risk. And no, that's what I'm most concerned about. I think they have this great opportunity, but they might not take that opportunity because of the risks involved. But I want to know everybody's opinions about this. So let me know in the comment section below whether you think Daryl's death during All Out War will be good or bad for the show, and whether you think that they will do it or not, because those two things are very different. It might be great if they do it, but they might not do it. So leave your opinions in the comment section below. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.